Hey everybody, welcome back to Inside the Dream. My name is Robert Hurd. I'm the General Manager at Porsche Center Kelowna, and today I am joined by my good friend, colleague, and the General Manager at the Land Rover dealership here in Kelowna, David Lopez. David, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you coming on.
Awesome. Thank you very much for having me. I feel very honored to be here. I've watched many of the episodes and appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, we appreciate you watching it. I like to start every podcast off with a question, and that's, what's your first memory of Porsche?
I thought about this. I don't know if you remember, so before Porsche actually opened up in Kelowna, I applied to be a service manager, and I actually interviewed with you and Michael Wyant. So that would be my first actual memory of Porsche. I have driven one Porsche in my entire life, which is probably very surprising to you because I've been in the industry for, I'd say 22 years. But it was a 2019 992 Carrera cab, and that was the funnest car I've ever driven. The Porsche name holds itself. It was just so much fun, the sound, the drive, and I've always wanted to continue to drive one, just never had lots of opportunities with one.
Well, we've got to sort that out because we've got lots of opportunities. So we'll get you over there for sure this summer and have some fun.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
So you talked a little bit about being in the industry for a long time, for 22 years.
Yeah.
I know a little bit about your kind of career path. You're now the Assistant General Manager here at the Land Rover dealership. I guess tell me a little bit about your time in the dealership and how that's progressed to have you find yourself here.
Yeah. It's I've been with the Wyant Group now just about 2 years. I was over at the Audi location. They brought me on over here to essentially help run the place and improve it. So I have good sales background history with this team, kind of rebuilding it, getting it to a higher level. My previous past, when, as you know, I just mentioned, was a service manager. I worked as a service manager for about 10 years. So I've got some service background history. I actually worked in parts as well. I did lots of finance manager work, sales manager work. So now just doing my best to try to get the Land Rover location up to speed here.
Yeah, you have a great team here. I mean, I know everybody fairly personally. There's a few new faces, but you've got a fantastic team here. One thing that you pointed out that's a little bit, I would say, not the norm for general managers, is the high level of experience that you have in the service department. Of course, a lot of them do, but primarily people will come out of the variable department.
Yeah.
So you're a much more well-rounded general manager than I currently am. Yeah. My strength is certainly not anything service related. I have really strong people across the street though to help me with that.
Yeah, I view it as an advantage for sure. But at the end of the day, I think you would agree that I think being a general manager is just being a good leader, being a good focusing on your team. And that's something that you and I have personally talked, that's a big passion of yours. That's actually a passion of mine to make sure that I'm just a good coach and a good mentor for the people, because I think it's the people that really is going to make the business a lot better.
I absolutely agree, and I truly feel that we've got a pretty high level of responsibility for how our team members' lives look, both inside and outside of the dealership, and just making sure we prioritize them. And if we do prioritize them, the customers are going to have a great experience, and the business somewhat takes care of itself after that.
Exactly, to a T, exactly what we've been doing here. Just as an example, through the sales team, we rebuilt the sales team, got the proper people in place, people that focus on the hospitality side. I mean, you and I both know we're in a luxury world, yeah. So that extra touch, or the white glove touch, is a lot better for our clientele, and I think that's where our sales team is thriving, and that's why for this last quarter we've done quite well. Yeah.
What has been the most enjoyable part? I'm sure you've had lots of challenging times, but what's been the most enjoyable part about coming over to this dealership? Has it been, 6 months, 9 months?
A little over 6 months now.
A little over 6 months. So what's been kind of the most enjoyable aspect or part or growth that you've seen so far in your time here?
Honestly, for me, it's kind of like a little bit repetitive, but just being a coach, being a leader, showing the team that, hey, I've done your job at a high level, I've experienced it. So as an example, as a service advisor, I've done that position. I can genuinely say I've sat in their shoes. I know what they're going through, and then I can kind of relate and coach them to help them, be a higher performer in their role.
Yeah, and that's one of the toughest positions in the dealership is the service advisor, and sometimes I don't know how they do it, just some of the stuff they take. So what a great asset that they have in you for somebody who's been there, and they can really relate to them one-on-one and really kind of paint that picture and help them through that.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's rewarding, right? It's rewarding when somebody is growing and seeing. The other great thing about the place is that everybody's just in a better mood, and they're just, it's just a fun atmosphere.
For sure. So you spent a little bit of time at Audi. You were a sales manager over at the Audi dealership. Worked with a good friend of ours, Ryan Wicks.
Yeah.
And then came over here. What would be your kind of favorite car? What's a vehicle that stands out to you within your lineup here at the Land Rover dealership, and why?
Oh, Defender, the Octa for sure.
Is it?
Absolutely, yeah. So believe it or not, my wife and I just got ourselves a Defender. So I'm leasing one now. But if in the future ever something comes up as an Octa, that would be absolutely something I would absolutely love. It's the power's there, the size, the versatility, the look. It's a beautiful, beautiful vehicle. That's my personal favorite.
Tell us a little bit about where we are right now. We are kind of in your version of what I often do across the street when I'm doing my podcasts in our build room. I guess just tell me a little bit about the setup and how this works with your customers.
Yeah, exactly what you were saying. So we've got our interior features. We've got a nice screen back here where we can pick and choose if somebody wants to do a build, multiple color options, and then a bunch of folders per brand or for the house of brands, I should say. So for Range Rover, Discovery, or Defender. And we pull them out if anybody wants to do a factory order. It's a really nice atmosphere, really nice, good, and very low stress area.
Yeah, it's so crucial because when somebody's building a vehicle of this magnitude and for this price tag, often they want everything to go perfectly. Having the color palettes and being able to grab the leather and see how everything is going to kind of flow with each other, obviously becomes a really important part of it.
It is, right? Color is an example going on the exterior. Like everybody wants to see what one looks like, and if you have a pretty good idea of what it is, it's easier to make a decision that way.
Absolutely. I really appreciate you taking the time. I've wanted to sit down and do this with you for quite a while, so it's good to get in. I think we'll probably have a follow-up to it in the future, you and I, but maybe at a different location. We'll see if we come up with any ideas. Thanks so much for taking 10 minutes of your time and jumping on here with me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Appreciate
Thanks, David. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate you guys coming back and watching another episode. If you do like the episode, please like, share, or follow. And of course, when you see it on our feed at Porsche Center Kelowna, take the time, like Mr. David Lopez's and the team here at Land Rover Kelowna's Instagram and other social media. So appreciate it. Until next time, have a good one.